All right, we're back for another Battletech game. It is now the start of turn 11 here. So we've got a little recap. We got a Fatless sitting over here. We still got our little road arms are still up. Okay, these are ours, I believe. Right?
No, the Hunchback is mine.
Where is the hunch? Oh, there
in
he
the
is.
woods.
He's camouflaged in the woods.
Yeah.
I was like trying to figure out why these guys were over here again.
They don't even know yet.
Yeah. That's what happens when you go, what has it been?
It's been over a month.
Yeah, it's like September. It's like when last time we played. And the game is still up. That's the wonderful thing. We do have new tokens out. That's cool. I see that. We got an Exterminator here. We got a, what was that, a Cicada?
Urban.
Oh, that's an Urban there. Yeah, you can see. And then we got a Ryokin coming over there. And we got everybody over here in the repair facility coming back online. So yeah, it is a bit of a mess of a table at the moment. Then we got a whole bunch of mechs that are over here that are, well, coming on the table. So we got 3 new replacements right there. So that is how it's looking for turn 11. Did I miss anything that I think of? We've got fires going on. The wind change direction is now going this way. So what used to go off the table that way is now working its way this direction. So some of that stuff will have to flip to the other side, if I remember right.
Yes.
All right, so we have some buildings that are partially destroyed. We got the building sheets laid out there?
Yeah, they're over.
Okay. So I think we're about ready to start turn 11.
Here's one, Steve.
All right, we'll be back.
On your board.
Was it already there?
Okay, here we go. It's the end of turn 11. The amazing thing is the Hunchback is still there.
There's no armor.
There's no armor. He took, everybody had at least 1 hit on you. Now, it would have been a done dinner if that Hunchback with the 2 heavy large lasers would have both hit, but he only put 1 into him from the rear with the gear.
But he has no arms,
No weapons.
no weapons.
He is.
And there's a lot of heat coming off of him right now.
Yeah, he's got 20-something heat.
20. He is 20 on the heat scale. So.
He's slow. All right, so the LRM turret, he did a little bit of damage to that Atlas right there. So he had some armor off, made his pilot check with no problem. He made his pilot check with no problem. It's like you rolled a 12 or something.
That was for kick. That was after he kicked me.
Oh,
But,
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah, he did get kicked, so that was the 12 came in. Okay, and then we move over here. The turrets and the hoplite and the Ryokin, Stormcrow, depending on what brand of era that you grew up in, all hammered into this Locust, and he has this wonderful perk.
Glancing blow.
Glancing blow, because he's so narrow. He got hit repeatedly. If it hadn't been for glancing blow, he wouldn't even exist. So yeah, he took hit after hit after hit, and then Mercury and him unloaded into him. Mercury is actually the one who had the best shot at doing damage to you, and he did.
No.
And then they tried to kick each other, and then the Locust kicked off the leg of the Mercury, and he has this wonderful perk called Small Arms. He's the T-Rex syndrome.
Yeah, T-Rex said we have problems standing back up after we go down.
So he went down and is looking at the number with a missing leg, and his the perk that he has is like, oh, he can't stand, so he's gonna punch out. He's done. So that is everything. And you guys dropped 1 building over here.
2. Dropped this one and that one, both went down.
And
Huge
you
ones.
did catch that one on fire? You guys are pyromaniacs. I don't know how you do it.
Minor.
I rolled with all my hits and like, okay, I didn't get 1.
They're cheap too. They're only like between 70.
Okay, so that's the end of turn 11. Let's move on to the big turn 12 on the big die.
So we're at 0.
Yeah, across two.
There we go.
All right.
Make nothing.
We'll be back. All right, here we go. It's the end of turn 12. It was like over here. The hunchback with his improved jump jets went to make a nice little jump over here into the woods. Everybody opened up on him and shot him up pretty good.
Left torso is now gone.
Yeah. And then he made his pilot check and failed and fell on his face.
Yep.
And so he has what, 2 engine hits?
2 engine hits. Yeah.
So what was his heat now?
I'm down to an 11, so technically I'm a 2-3-2. 2-3-3 for my jumping. Yeah.
Wait, you lost some jump jets?
I lost 2.
Oh, okay.
You're
All
right.
I don't know.
I
Okay.
chipped in 100 for everything.
Okay. All right, then over here, the Atlas fired at long range with his missiles and hit the turret right here. Would have killed it, but he had 1 edge left, which he used and forced it into the side, which he has a weapon. One of his weapons is malfunctioning.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, SRM is, the feed is jacked up right now, which is okay. There's nothing to shoot at now. And let's see, that's that there. They fired into this building right here. You had the little bitty Irby mech right there. Irby loves everything. Shot a building right there along with the hatchet man and dropped the building and caught it on fire. You guys are all pyromaniacs. I don't know what the deal is. And then they dropped a couple more buildings back here, caught them on fire. What is wrong with you guys? And then they fired over here, fired on this building and caught it on fire. Like, I swear, everything you're doing is causing things to burn. And then over here, the turrets opened up on you and missed by 1, except for 1. The laser hit you in the turret or the left flank, right?
Yeah.
Left torso. And then this is the coolest thing ever. This one fired at this one, and this one fired at this one with 2 heavy, large lasers. They both hit with the same heavy, large lasers. What is going on over there with all the noise?
There you go, 62.
And then they proceeded to hit each other in the same exact location. The only difference was that one of the turrets with its laser opened up just enough to cause you to lose a heat sink. So that's the difference between the two. So yeah, and they're both standing. And then the giant, magnificent Timberwolf is on Overwatch right now. We're gonna need the extra dice come over now. The big one.
It's right there.
Right there.
On the corner of the table.
So there you go. The super Timberwolf.
So we go like that.
Yeah, that works. There we go.
How about we do that?
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So we're moving on to turn 13. All right, here we go. It's the end of turn 13. Start over here. The turret opened up on the defense. He stood up, and that's all he did. And since he's a sitting duck, the turret just obliterated him. Even the LRMs, which are like minimum ranges, even hit. So he just got
One of them did.
LRM 20, medium lasers, and an SRM, just like blah. He disappeared in a Technicolor.
Those guys are laid off for the winter, so they
And these guys over here opened up on some buildings, caught them. This one caught on fire. A little bit of damage to that building. Urban Mech is now
I like getting going by 9:30
over there. And let's see, the hoplite took some damage from the.
Work on slow if you have to.
I think it was the Hunchback. I think put a was that a heavy large laser into him?
That's the main reason why I don't take off right away.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to go right away in the morning.
And then the Javelin put a laser into him also. Let's see. They kind of hid back in the smoke.
Gas station shitters, the great.
and he fired down the line. He fired into the Urbanek.
At the urban back now, I didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything.
Nope.
Up there?
And then a little bit of damage was done by the fire starter. She put some rounds in, helped drop that building right there. So it's clearing the path, but the building caught on fire. So thanks, fire starter. You're the man. Then the big thing was there used to be a hatchet man right there, but the rack opened up on him and just like maximum damage possible with the racks. Just like a buzzsaw right through him, tore all of it. And then the this hoplite opened up and
Finished it off.
finished him off. It was bad. And then the Stormcrow and the Clint 2C opened up on this Stormcrow. He's no more. They did enough damage to him, but it was like 1 point left in your center torso.
Yeah.
And then you failed your pilot skill check and fell on his chest and killed himself. What can you do? So they lost a hatchet man and a Stormcrow this turn. With some damage done to some of our mechs. There was a medium laser hit, medium laser hit the Javelin. What happened to the Stormcrow?
Kind of burn out on the last one.
So between these two,
What did he do to you?
Between the two storm, we just traded blows again.
Okay.
And he
You didn't like that?
No,
punched into my right leg, but didn't do any critical.
Okay.
But I opened up.
See that?
He shot everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted
When
to.
we did like Canal.
I knew I was going down.
Yeah. It's like if you're gonna die, die with your boots on, right?
Yeah.
67.
All right, so that's the end of 13, I believe. Did I miss anything?
Did you get the Hunchback over here? Because they lost 3
Yep.
mechs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got marked already on the board.
he got it.
Oh,
I mean-
yeah.
I mean for the
yeah.
video.
Yeah, I marked the Hunchback. That turret took it out.
Okay. Other
Uh,
than that, I think you got it.
yeah, that's about it. So we're moving on to turn 14. All right, so turn 14. We'll be back. All right, here we go. It's the end of turn 14. Over here, we had a little gunfight. We had a Vulcan and a Javelin go at each other. They did 20 points of damage to each, back and forth. And they needed 4 to pass their pilot check. He rolled a 10, and then he rolled a 3. So he fell on his face. And did 3 more points of damage to himself and passed his regular check, and so he didn't take a pilot hit. Over here, these guys laid into buildings. There used to be a building right there. It's no more. So they just flattened it with no problem. And then they put some fire into this building and tore it up. It's about ready to fall. And then they were sitting on both sides of the buildings on each side, so hiding from each other, not being able to see. And they said, okay, we'll just drop the buildings in between us, and there's no more buildings. So, like, hi, we can see you. So all this force over here is moving up over here. There's nobody, I don't think, is there anybody? No, there's one mech left in the repair base, so they got to get fixed. What is in there anyway? Oh, that's the fire starter. Okay. Other than that,
In this building, drop.
yeah, these guys opened up on that building and lit it up, but they didn't catch it on fire. So it'd be interesting sometime in the future if the wind changes direction, because it used to go that way. Now it's going this way. So there's times where nobody can see each other now because it's all the. You guys are pyrotechnics. Hey, pyromania.
Your help is helping.
I've only done 1.
2.
The answer's elusive. Arson.
Yeah. There's the big giant. We got the invasion of big, massive elementals that are going with these guys here. Okay, so that's the end of 14. We're moving on to turn 15. So if you want to do the honors of changing that to a 3. All right, turn 15. We'll be back. All right, here it is, the end of turn 15. There's less buildings on the table. And we had some pillow fights too. Over here, the bushwhacker fired at the Vulcan. The Vulcan fired back at the bushwhacker, and they both did nothing.
They just flipped each other off, so they did.
So much smoke in between movement modifiers, and it's like, do you need 10s and 12s? Yes.
I needed 9s and 8s, 10s, 12s.
10s, yes.
I needed everything.
It's about the same as me. So it was like, pillow fight. It's like watching the two jackrabbits fighting off in the
Two
desert.
prairie dogs going at it.
Yeah, so like your kick, instead of
And then we had this bushwhacker here fired at this
1 point for
Clint and Hoplite, and the Hoplite and the Clint fired back and did 12 points of damage to the bushwhacker, and the
Once you
bushwhacker.
hit TSM, it goes up.
Nope, he missed.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a little bit of plinky
Yeah.
damage because they were firing pulse lasers at him, and he was just firing regular lasers. So that's why.
The
he
hero
did.
of this round was the exterminator who survived a massive assault.
It doesn't surprise me is that everybody's firing at medium and long range, and you had a 3 mod on it.
Yeah.
So it's like missed you by that much on how many dice rolls?
By one, by one, by one, by one.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than anything at all.
I'd rather be lucky than good.
Yeah. All right, so that was like, then you fired into the back of the Ryokan right there, right?
Yeah.
And did a little bit of damage, took some damage.
Well, he took a pound.
And then you tried to kick him and missed, right?
I missed the kick.
Yeah, you missed the kick. All right.
But the laser turret fired and shot him right in the head.
Yeah, that's from way
Just
across.
no crit.
Yeah, lucky. And then the rack over here hosed that building up pretty good. And then the Urban Mech and the Javelin and the Hunchback took this building down. And then the LRM turret took out that building. And hey, that was the first building I ever caught on fire today. It's turn 15. I finally caught one on fire. What is
There you go. Finally joined the club.
Yeah, and you guys are like arsonists. All right, so
We're going to invite you back next time because you haven't started building on fire yet.
see, I was hired by Solaris not to burn stuff.
Well, you just failed in your time.
Hey, all right. Okay, so that's the end of turn 15. We'll be back in
2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Okay, so if you hit somebody with a hatchet, where does it hit?
It's a regular hatchet attack is bottom,
Anywhere.
Punch
Anywhere.
table.
on the
You
bottom.
add a plus 4 to your 2 hit, it'll hit punch.
Yeah,
That's
But you have a minus 1 to hit.
yeah. So it's a 3.
So it's a net plus 3.
Yeah. All right, so that's the end of it. We'll be back
You got a
in
1
a
pipe?
couple weeks.
Do it.
Hope you guys enjoy it. Help Chris out.